What's going on, guys? We're back with part 3 of the David Brown servicing the David Brown part 3. I've got the hydraulic filter in, I've got all the bearings, I've got the dust seals for the spindles, I've got my help out here with me. It's a little chilly. We got a fire in the fireplace and the heater going on.
Stop!
So let's show what you got, and we'll go ahead and try to knock this thing out and get it wrapped up. So I can't remember at the last video if I talked about these dust seals. These first ones I ordered are too small. They're the right inside diameter, but the wrong outside diameter. They go in there very loose. So I ordered these. These are a K 623450. These are right. Go in there. Same inside diameter. Proper outside diameter to fit in there and seal that up. I've got my bearings somewhere. They're all over here. I've got my hydraulic filter to go on the bottom. We'll get it out, drain it. And then we'll repack the bearings. We'll drain the hydraulic fluid, put new fluid in it. And we'll get the new boots put on the gear shifters. And I'm done. Put it back together. All right. Let's see if we can drain this fluid out. This is a 1" and a 1/16 socket. I'm sorry if you can only see the back of my head. There shouldn't be any water in here. So I keep it parked inside all the time. She's loose. I do got 2 drain plans. I don't know what the capacity is. I'll have to look it up on tractor data. So, wish me luck that I got enough. It's pretty milky. So there's some water in there. I'm pretty sure I've changed it. So that tells you what kind of service program I got going on here. Pretty sure I changed it, but this is pretty milky. It must have gotten some water in it sometime, but as long as I've had it, I've kept it inside. There's a little bit of trash on here. So there's a lot coming out. Good thing I got the other drain pan, because it looks like it's gonna fill this one up. And it may fill this one up too, because this one's pretty small. It's still coming. It's still coming out pretty fast. I might have to grab me another one. It's starting to slow down. You might not need the third one. Gracious. God bless you. Daughter over there sneezing. So she's fairly milky, but I'm not going to run any kind of. If I was smart, I would put some in it and then run it for a while and then drain it back out. But like most people, I've never been accused of being overly smart. So while we're under here, let's see if we can't get the, y'all probably can't see it. Get the bolt loose here. Drain plug on the filter. I got my wrench backwards. It's probably best if y'all can't see it. This guy don't know how to use a wrench. See how much comes out of here. Where the filter is. Oh. That's where the filter is. Underneath there, and the drain plug's behind that. So we'll let this drain and we'll pull this cover off, see what the filter looks like. All right, we got one more bolt to come out. Let's see if we can get it off. And it's loose. And oh my God. Look at that. That's pitiful, disgusting. Y'all see that? Oh my God. That's terrible. Maybe we hadn't changed this in a while. I got to thinking that this this tractor has been outside before. We've had it longer than I think we've had. And I'm not sure if I've ever changed the hydraulic fluid before. So thing kept chugging though. Let me get this filter out and we'll have a look at it. Okay, here's the deal with this tractor. So this tractor apparently is an early Selectomatic. Early Selectomatics had this type of suction filter here underneath and a filter here on top of the axle, which is this filter here that I've already taken out. And you can get that filter. But this suction screen that I ripped out, which is, don't look like it's supposed to be a removable screen. They call it a gauze on like the parts list. Anyway, best I can tell you can't get that anymore. And so they do make a retrofit kit that you can buy. It comes with a deeper cover to fit this filter. But I'm not 100% sure what all you got to do, because best I can tell, this won't fit in there, so you can't just put this filter in there. It goes in there with the spout, goes up. And then it's got another piece that goes into the bottom. It's got like a magnet on it and stuff. So I'm gonna have to contact David Brown Parts. That's the only people I know that sell it. You can't get by the gauze again. And see if there's anything else I've got to do to retrofit this over. I couldn't get the gauze out. I tried to take this screw loose, but it just spins and doesn't come out. And then I just yanked on it and ripped it. And I think this plate comes out because it ripped the screen. You can feel the screen where it ripped it around the edge. So this is what I'm thinking about doing. You don't have to have this suction filter in here, which is good because I done ripped it up. So I'm gonna order the filter to go on top. I'd already decided that I was going to run it and clean it out. So I'd already decided that I was gonna run it and clean it out and then change the filter again. So I'm probably gonna order 2 of those smaller replacement filters and put this cover back on. I can order them off of Amazon, they'll be here Monday. They're like $20 a piece. And then order the retrofit kit, find out what all I need to order that. And then when the retrofit gets here, that's when I'll change it and drain it again and clean it out, because it needs to be cleaned. I mean, you look at this freaking gauze, man. And that's where I had to rip it. It wouldn't, or that's where I had to rip it. You see how filthy it is? And I couldn't get the screw out. This is supposed to be like a washable, supposed to be able to take it out and wash it. And it looked like, you know, it tried to suck itself inside out. So anyway, that's where we're at on this stupid hydraulic filter. And it is disgusting. I'm glad I'm changing it. I wish I'd have done a little bit more research before I started. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get the bearings packed. And I'm gonna put this cover back on the bottom. I'm gonna order that filter, and we'll at least get the bearings back on the spindles and get the wheels back on it and get it on the ground again. And then I'll order that filter, and then we'll run the hydraulics, and try to get it cleaned out. So let's get the bearings back on, the wheels back on this thing. I swear this tractor is going to be the death of me. So I'm still waiting to hear back about the filter problem. So I was like, I'll go ahead and put these hubs on, put these bearings in, put the hubs on. So I wasn't really paying attention, and I put the front bearing where the back one goes and put the seal in it. And then when I went to put it on, of course it wouldn't go on. And so now I'm struggling trying to get this seal back out without tearing it up to take this bearing out and put the right one in. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is the rear bearing. It slides over all the way to the end. And this is the front bearing. And it does not slide, it stops right there as far as it goes. And so like a dumbass, I wasn't paying attention, and I put the front bearing in the back of the hub and went to put it on, and it got wedged on there. I had to beat it off with a hammer. And like I say, now I'm trying to get this seal out. It's already tore up a little bit. I'm probably gonna have to order a new seal. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. I'm waiting on the filter. I ordered 2 of these filters to go on the top here for now. I'll run one for a while. I'm just gonna put that cover back on without the shitty screen there. Excuse me. And then run it for a while and then change it out again. So let me see if I can get this freaking, I don't have a seal puller or anything, so I'm probably gonna have to tear it up to get it out, but it's gotta come out because I gotta get that bearing out. That bearing goes, this is the inside of the hub. That bearing goes on the front. So anyway, well, I got it out. I tore it up a little bit, but I made a homemade slide hammer, and I actually remembered I'd use this thing working on that Oliver to pull out the injector. It's just a piece of rod with a pipe on the end of it. I curled it. I could get it in there just in between the bearing and the seal, and it wouldn't bring it all the way out, but it popped it out enough where I could get enough room between the bearing to take a long screwdriver, stick it in from the back, and drive it out. So I'll have to order another one. I've got one good one left. So I'll go ahead and put one hub back together, and that'll be one. I'll have to order another seal. Who knows when it's going to be here. And waiting on the filters anyway. They're not supposed to be here till Monday. Today's Wednesday. So let me get this one back together and put on. And then I was hoping to finish up this video, but I'll probably go ahead and I was hoping to finish up the tractor, but I'll probably go ahead and finish up this video and go ahead and post it my struggles that I've had this week working on this freaking tractor. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching, sticking with me on this, turning into quite the ordeal on the old David Brown. But we'll get her straightened out. We're going to get her straightened out. She's going to be running better than ever. Fingers crossed. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so the saga continues. So I was going to put this left side hub on. I was going to reuse the old bearings because they seemed fine. And I was cleaning out the grease inside there. And I wiped them in a rag. You're not going to be able to see them. But anyway, there was like several pieces of metal in that grease. And I don't know if they came from the bearings that were in there or an old set of bearings. So I'm going to take these hubs up to work because I'll never be able to clean all that grease out with just rags, and wash them out in the parts washer, get all the grease out of them. I'm going to go ahead and order bearings for both sides, put brand new bearings on both of them, because I don't want to take a chance of those bearings, something I can't see, being bad, or taking a chance of a piece of metal still being left packed in there in that grease and getting in there and tearing them up. So here she sits again while I wait on more parts. So saga continues. So stay with me, stick with us. We'll get this thing wrapped up. Hopefully I can get those bearings and that new seal here sometime next week, and we'll get this thing back on the wheels and get it going. All right, guys, appreciate it.